Hi guys, thought I'd give you a quick sort of update today of a few things that have happened around about. I dare say one or two of these things will come up in next week's big YouTube video, but you guys get there first. Yesterday I was up on the main deck there. I cut out the hole for the main mast and for the forward deck hatch, or not forward deck, the main deck hatch. Just have a quick look at these, get in here close. This is the piece I cut out for the main mast. I'm rotating, hopefully it's focusing. Concentrate on the bonds. It's 4 layers of 10mm plywood, and at least to the casual observer, that bonding looks absolutely perfect, which I'm very pleased with. And again, this is the bit I cut out for the deck hatch, 2 layers of 10mm. Again, no sign of any gaps at all. It looks absolutely perfect. And the other good thing is that it's retained the crown, the deck crown. You can still see it in there in the cross section, which also suggests that laminating is effective. So I'm pleased with that. It's come up very nicely. Nice solid looking bit of wood as well. The grain looks nice and dense there. Good. So we'll leave that. We'll just pop up on the deck, show you those holes we cut out, and I thought I'd talk about the aft deck coamings there as well a little bit. So let's go up on the main deck. Yeah, so as you see, hatch in the main deck, hole at the back there for the main mast. This is only sat in here. Obviously these hatches have to fit in, as you probably know, have to fit in flat. You're not allowed to bend them down, so you've got to make up a plinth that goes on there that are plain flat. And when we were up visiting Till the other day, he's got a Dutch-built steel boat, and he'd done the same thing on his forward deck, and he made up a plinth out of plywood, which I think is very sensible. Ply, because you've got no joints in the corners there, and obviously then you just glass over the ply to protect it. And I should do the same. I'm going to do that today. Make up that plinth of ply, glue it on there, epoxy glue it on, plane it flat so our hatch sits a little bit higher, sit about that kind of height on that raised. It'll be a 1-inch plinth that sits on, glassed. That'll be nice. Also got, you might see these, I've got these lovely old handrails, which I may have shown you before, but looking at pictures of other Benford Dories today, and I see several others have got a similar handrail down the deck sides, probably go a little bit further out than that, but they go on blocks. I've got the blocks that go underneath them. They raise up, maybe 2 inches or so they raise up. Nice handrails. So we'll certainly be putting those on. Then we'll wander back to the aft deck and just talk quickly about that. Yeah, some holes in the deck. So yeah, in here, just move this ladder out of the way, which is as yet not fixed, so easy to move. Come this way, Karen. Because I just wanted to talk about the ideas for those deck boxes, coamings. You know, the inspiration came from charter boats. We worked for a charter company for a while. And charter boats, you know, these standard Bavarias or Genoas or whatever, often have a coaming that goes back in the cockpit area, which inside the boat is extra room, gives you headroom to walk through to an aft cabin or whatever. So as far as I know, no other Benford Dories have done it. I could be wrong, it's not the most brilliantly original idea, but I wanted to do something like that, to use, often you see on Benford Dories, you see some kind of boxes on the aft deck and a piece of ply with a couple of struts behind it that people lean against and just chuck their ropes and whatever clutter behind it. And that didn't seem like the most sensible use of that space to me, so I thought I'd build some coamings with access inside. So if you come around here, okay, you'll see I've got this quarter berth in here. It's loads of room. Loads of room to lie down in, and you've got this, you see me, got head height up to knee length, so it makes quite a nice room in there, quite a nice quarter berth, certainly for one guest And then on this side, this will be the galley. Galley tops will come out 50 wide. Sink will be there, and you'll be able to access plate storage, whatever. That'll be a cupboard access through there. Needs a bit of trim around it, tidying up. But I think that makes use of the space. It gives you a bit more space in a 32-foot boat. Certainly get one more berth out of it there. And so a bit of galley space there. And on the plans, I think Benford he actually has it mirrored. He has the galley that side and the head area that side. We've gone for this layout because it's the same layout that Miss Molly had. But he has the head area back here and a chart table in there. So I thought I'd save that space by putting the chart table in the saloon area, using the end of the saloon settee there to sit on the chart table, as we had exactly that in Miss Molly. Free up this area for the head area, and that only needs to be, 6 foot or so, or a bit less than 6 foot, 5 foot, giving us that quarter berth there. We've got the main mast comes down here, as you can probably tell. This diameter, this hole, is bigger than the mast diameter, and it tapers down to just, in fact, slightly under 6 inches, about 6 inches diameter at floor height, I guess, slightly under at the bottom there. So that mast is coming in there tapered, so there's plenty of room to walk around it through there. Obviously it's going to be a bit weird with the mast in the middle of the room, but that's the way it is with a schooner rig. But the layout's going to work. I'm certain the layout's going to work. And using those combings as extra space, as I said now 3 times, I think, gives us quite a bit of extra room in that 32 footer. And I know a couple of you at least are thinking of building Benford Dories. I don't know if you're going for the 32 foot or a bigger one, but think about ways to utilise the space that suits you best. That's what we're trying to do. Good. I say some of that will come up in next week's video. We'll certainly talk about these deck hatches, but wanted to give you a few thoughts. Thanks for being patrons. Talk to you soon. Bye.